What is going on, guys, ladies and gentlemen? We back again. You already know what's going on. And today's topic is very, very hot. It's kind of a late one to get on, but it's still a hot topic, honestly, until forever, until he fights again. And the big question is Salt Papi still legit? Is Salt Papi still that guy? Is he still that guy that you don't want to fight? Since, since he's lost his fight recently against Anthony Taylor, which we thought he was gonna smoke him, and we thought Salt Papi was going to win because there was so much hype about Salt Papi, so much hype that we thought he was gonna run through this guy. We knew it was a big test, a huge test from his previous fights because he's gonna fight a real fighter in Anthony, and he ended up losing. It was quote unquote like a big upset apparently to the people, and I think he should be given more credit than what people giving him. People are saying, "Oh, he's trash. He's completely garbage because he lost." I'm like, he didn't just lose to anybody though. He lost to a guy who's experienced and he's been fighting over like 10 years probably. So you got to give credit to, and it's his third fight ever. Wait, is it his third fight? It's his fourth fight. Literally, fourth fight. I think third actual fight ever. He's never fought. So, like, you got to give credit to where credit is due. That's impressive to go, like, that far with somebody who's been fighting forever. So, you got to give credit where credit is due. And he used to be a chubby kid. Like, to be able to, like, get cardio that good and last that long is pretty dang good. Like, Soul Bobby is still that guy. We got to give him a chance. Give him at least 3 more fights in, and then we can judge him if he's really that guy. And I heard recently, close to that fight, I heard that his vision wasn't good at all. Like he couldn't even see when he was punching. So to get in there with the vision like that bad, I bet it's pretty hard. Like a lot of people wouldn't do it. I probably wouldn't do it with the vision I had if I had that vision. And I heard that he just got it fixed. So next fight we might see the most accurate Papi we can ever see. We might see a new Papi with a loss too, fired up. When fighters lose, they don't. Sometimes they downfall. They hit a downfall. I think Salt Papi's gonna take this loss and just turn into a super Salt Papi 2.0. He's going to really lay it down. Should he take a very riskier fight again? Possibly. I mean, yeah, it would be good to take another risk. I think he'll do better now. The Anthony Taylor rematch is always there. I would love to see what happens again. I would love to see that fight again, but with 6 rounds. He also shot himself. Salt Papi kind of shot himself in the foot by accepting a 3-round fight. He should have at least picked 4 rounds or 5 rounds. These fights should be 5 to 6 rounds now. Like, it shouldn't be. 3 rounds should not be a thing. Logan Paul and KSI and Joe Wilder and KSI, I think they went 6 rounds for that. And this was in 2018. They went 6 rounds. So I don't know why 3 rounds is still part of the table. It just, it shouldn't be anymore. Like, these fighters are, like, training very hard. They're training so hard that they should be able to give people what they want. And 3 rounds was not what people wanted. People did not want that much. People were kind of upset. And, I heard people upset and mad. And I was surprised when I heard it was 3 rounds because it was a really good fight. It was a test for Salt Papi. But I try to let it go. I was like, oh, it's fine. We're still going to get a really nice show. And Salt Papi takes people out quick. But now he got met with somebody who didn't get out quick like that. Somebody who didn't, like, get knocked out when he got hit. He was fighting a real guy. So now that he lost, I'm like, oh yeah, they really made a mistake. It should have been 6 rounds at least. Like, you couldn't do anything. Like, Anthony Taylor is a very awkward fighter. It's really hard to fight him. He's like, he launches at you and you can't do nothing. Like, he literally punches you and he's always trying to punch you. So it wasn't that Salt Papi. I think Salt Papi was doing better with the shots. Just Anthony Taylor was just kind of not dirty fighting, but awkward style South Puppy needed a little bit more rounds to adjust to. 6 rounds would have given him more time to adjust to. I think he has the good cardio to last that long, but yeah, for so long for the past couple months, South Puppy has been, other than if you're not talking about KSI and you're not talking about Jake Paul, you're talking about Super South Puppy, man. He's getting praise from every single body, and he deserves it, man. His style is so good, man. His technique is so freaking good. Ever since, literally, I watched South Puppy fight Halal Ham, and he was very out of shape. He was a big guy. He was a huge guy, but his footwork and his style was just so freaking, like, it looked so smooth. Like it looked like he wasn't even. It looked like he was doing it like easily. Like he's like Deji, like naturally talented. He's very good. So the more work he puts in, the better. But I think he came good prepared. It's just he kind of shot himself in the foot, and he fought an experienced guy. So I wouldn't take this as a huge loss. He could have done better. He could have picked more rounds. But you know what? We move on. And I think he's still legit, honestly. I still would be scared to fight South Puppy. I still think KSI and Jake... I still think South Puppy is a huge risk for KSI and Jake Paul. And yeah, he's still the top 3 guy. I think we could put Anthony Taylor in the top 3. And then Slim in the top 4. And Papi top 5 right now. But I still think that South Puppy could easily get on top 3, possibly top 1 if he went again after these 2 guys up there. But South Puppy is still the contender. He's still there. He can still do it again. And I feel like he needs a few fights. Go back to the Taylor rematch, 6 rounds at least. And yeah, he just needs to fight a little bit more. Get his vision cleared up, which he has. Start training camp. Go down a couple pounds. I think he's super fast for his weight. If he goes down more and he gets good cardio, he's going to be a big problem in this scene. And yeah, maybe he should get another experienced fighter next, and then with better rounds, give him a big camp to train. And yeah, this was also kind of short notice, right? I heard he was fighting somebody else, but then they pulled out, and they couldn't find a fight for him, and they last minute Taylor was, that's why I like Taylor. He does not care who he's fighting. He's always the backup guy. He always saves the shows. Like there's a big chance that South Puppy wouldn't even be on this card. And Taylor he don't care who it is. He steps up. He doesn't care if it's KSI, Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. He's gonna step up. So credit to both of these guys. Both of these guys they make the scene better. These guys are legends in the scene. Anthony Taylor fights so much, man, and South Puppy is entertaining everywhere. He's in fight mode when he's calm when he's out, but when he's in fight mode, he's on it, man. He's living it. And I didn't see him in trouble that much. He was just catching shots that were coming fast and awkward, very awkward spots. But both of these guys are legit, I would love to see them fight again. They need another fight, though, before. But, yeah, South Puppy is still that guy. Just give him a few more rounds, a few more fights. And, yeah, it was just one of those things that you can't help. It's like... For me, South Puppy's loss against Taylor is like Nate Diaz losing to Masvidal because he had a cut in his eye. That's the way I look at this fight. It's like, let's just say that South Puppy was winning a little bit, like the fight was even, and then South Puppy got cut in the eye and they had to stop the fight, and he lost because he got cut accidentally. That's the way I look at this fight. So I don't look at it as a huge loss. He didn't get torched. He still was in the game. He needed a few more rounds, give him a few more rounds, and it would have probably been a different result. But, we move on. Don't look at this loss as a loss, because I don't think it's a loss, and which means it doesn't take the legitimacy of him. He's still legit, man. He's still got this. Give him a few more fights. Fight 1 or 2 more times this year. Next year, take over with his new vision. Train every day, camp, get ready for camp, and I think we'll see a way better improved South Puppy. And to answer your question about is he still legit, I believe him. I believe so. He is still he's still that guy. And maybe he got ranked a little bit down from that loss, but does it take him completely out the scene? No. I think he still torches most of these people in the scene. He still destroys almost everybody. There's only a few people that, only a small, like a single digit number of people that he might have a chance to lose to. He's still a very lethal guy. And could we see KSI and him fight in the future? Possibly, honestly. I don't think he still loses the chance. He fought a tough guy, and it was kind of like a spar. Like, it was a really short fight. Like, it's kind of hard to tell who's better in a really like a short fight. So get more rounds next time. I don't want to see Saul Papi fighting 3-round fights ever again, unless he's sparring or he's just joking around, or if it's a tag team match. But Saul Papi, more than 4 rounds every fight. Minimum 4 at least. But let's try to get to 6. Let's try to make 6 the minimum by next year. And I don't know if he wants to do this full time, but I think he has really good potential. Even though he's kind of late in his years, not really super late, but even though he's a little older than when people get started, I think he's still got a great chance. He's still very entertaining. And yeah, he can take this. He can start something new with this. You can be like a trainer. And yeah, Saul Papi is still legit. He's still that guy. And let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you think he's still legit? Would you still rank him above with these guys, even though he lost the fight that was kind of short? Let me know down in the comments below. I want to know everybody's opinion, honestly, because I'm still deciding whether he's legit or not. But I think he's still legit, honestly. And I think the next fights will prove it. And yeah, it will be great to see him fight again. I can't wait again. Every time he fights, it's lights. Complete lights. I love watching him fight. His style, everything about him is great. So let me know down below, guys, what you think. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe.